y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Blended POV, episode 2. How y'all feeling? How y'all living?
Feeling good.
Feeling ready.
Feeling great.
Number 2.
Feeling black and proud.
What's cracking?
Okay.
What's cracking?
Okay. Well, this week is my week for our topic. But before we get into the topic, I want y'all to give me, and it could be 2 things, either a highlight or something that really pissed you off this week.
Okay.
You could choose which one or give me both.
Oh, you're not keeping it cute this time.
Oh, you ain't keeping it good, baby. You keeping it good today.
Okay.
Hey.
I'm gonna go last.
Okay, so I went to the beauty supply today to return a blow dryer, and they gave me fucking smoke for it. And not only did I go to a beauty supply, but I drove from St. Louis to fucking Fairview Heights, Illinois. Ooh. And they told me I couldn't return my blow dryer. I had to go through the manufacturer, blah, blah. And it was just a bunch of bullshit. And I was like, give me my damn dryer. And I left out.
Look at I don't want it then.
Exactly.
Why did they say like you can't return it? Like, what was the issue?
So I bought it in May. And they have a new fucking, COVID just keep changing up shit. They have a new requirement where you either got to buy a warranty to be able to return it in that store, or you have to go through the manufacturer. But who wants to go through all that? And I got to go do hair, what the fuck? So anyway, they had me jump through hoops, but I came on back to my side, talked to my store, and they're going to return it for me. So a gripe turned into a win.
Right, that's a highlight, baby, not a low light.
Okay, I like it.
A both light.
A both light.
I'm gonna end it because I'm thinking.
My highlight was going skiing yesterday for my birthday. I celebrated my birthday early because it's supposed to be icy and stuff. But also my friend, she just texted me today and said, you want to go to a comedy show Saturday? B. Simone gonna be here. My boyfriend opening up. You want to go? And I was like, yes, girl.
Okay.
In the ice storm?
I mean, shit, I might not go, but hopefully, God clears the path. Shit,
you know how I be here.
That's why I say I'm gonna keep it on the back burner. Maybe I might actually do something fun on my actual birthday for once.
Bro, I cannot wait to see your reel because how you was legit stomping the ground on your skis, bitch. That shit had me so fucking weak.
I'm making no damn reel now. Shit, I thought I was gonna be looking cute, like smiling, like sloping and shit. I'm not making no damn reel bent over like that.
Was it hard though?
I thought I had a totally different visual, and that was not what happened.
So what was your visual?
No. Tell me why we in the car going to the damn ski place and she's showing me all these influencers pictures from when they went skiing and how she wanted to take her pictures.
That's what I visualized. Okay, it was like
visualized. Okay,
you just made up a word. It's okay.
That's not a word.
I don't think so.
Okay, well y'all know that ain't what happened. So y'all ain't getting no real child.
Was it hard though? Like, was skiing hard?
Very.
Really?
Like, actually, Leslie, I was gonna tell you, one of my friends who like be skiing, he was like, I wasn't gonna tell you this, but I straight like busted my whole head at Hidden Valley before, and like the ambulance had to come and everything. He had like a blood trail. I'm like, I'm so glad you ain't tell me beforehand.
I believe it.
Yikes.
I believe it. So my highlight is the same as India's. I had so much fun skiing yesterday. It was something I've never done before. So that's just like, it's experiencing new things. Like, it was definitely scary at first, but just like being like, well, shit, I'm here. I might as well do it. So just like getting that, like, what's the word? Confidence free.
That
like
boost of confidence or whatever.
Yeah. So it was real fun. And I was determined to get that shit. And I was going to the instructors, like, show me how to do it. Like, explain to me again. And I was doing that shit. I was hitting.
You motherfucker go get it, child. Let me tell you.
I learned how to stop and everything. The first couple times, I definitely busted my ass a few times. But the hardest part about skiing, to me, it's almost impossible to get back up. Like, I'm not in shape. You got these big ass like boats stuck to your feet, and trying to do that shit without feeling like you're gonna break your ankles is crazy. So it was definitely fun, definitely an experience. Nothing ain't really pissed me off this week. So we in a good space right now. So
You are turning into this.
I ain't
like,
even gonna
little
go there,
adventurous-
okay?
But you are turning into this little like adventurous little lady. Like, and I'm thinking of Costa Rica when you was
Not
out
little
there.
lady.
Oh Lord, I love
what
it.
we doing?
Waterboarding.
Not paddleboarding, bitch. When we went
zip lining.
zip lining.
lining.
Like you started doing it by yourself.
Paddleboarding too, bitch. What?
I mean,
Yeah, you was out there twerking and shit.
So yeah, I had that. It's been a good week. It's been a busy week. I got a lot of shit like going on. I like to say busy because I even told myself like right before we got on here, I was like, I like being busy because it don't leave no time for like BS. Like I'm such like right now in the zone, in a mode that I don't want to like do anything. I want to prevent whatever I can like to like that can mess up my like attitude. So
I love that.
I'm good this week, y'all.
Nice.
Amen.
Okay. So I don't really have a highlight, but I have like a good thing that y'all should watch if y'all haven't watched it. So like one thing that I started watching this week, I talked to Tracy about it, is Abbott Elementary.
I watched that,
Oh, that shit is so fucking funny.
It is.
Crying.
It is
That shit
hilarious.
So if y'all haven't watched it, please watch it. It's really cute. It's the lady that was in that like one meme that was
I know exactly
my
what you're talking
money
about.
like that.
But she
It's
kept
like-
on looking back.
Yeah.
I don't
She
know
got
the
money.
name, but
He got
Yeah,
money.
she was in like the whole meme when she was like at
who? The principal?
No, the main girl.
Oh,
the
okay,
elementary-
Janine.
Yeah.
Yes. Bless her heart.
But it's like the Black office. It's like literally like the
Yeah.
office of Black people.
It's
Yeah.
funny as hell. That shit had me weak as fuck. So that was like a good thing that I started watching this week. And one thing that grinded my gears throughout the week from the last time we talked is inconsistent people. That is something that has grinded my gears.
Hold on, where you going with this? Where you
I'm
going
about
with
to get
this?
into it. I'm about
This
to
a
get into
segue?
it is a little segue. So inconsistent people have really been grinding my gear already in 2022, but it's okay. But this kind of relates to my topic of the week, which is, are your standards too high? And it can be for friends, family, or even in relationships. So my first question for y'all to kick it off is, what are some non-negotiables for y'all, like when it comes to dating, or even if you, like, even when you get into a relationship?
I feel like I should go like second or third. I should not go first.
I'll go.
Okay.
Well, one, you have to match my fly. And when I say that, you have to be open-minded, an active listener, not just talking to hear yourself talk. You know, you have to go back and forth.
Let me take some notes.
Write it down.
You gotta be a freak now. Most people are these days, but you gotta be a freak. You gotta have an open fucking spectrum of sexual shit. What else? Supportive. And I'm not afraid to say it. I need my attention. You gotta be able to give attention. It goes both ways, of course. Yeah. Oh, you have to be clean, Lord. Because I mean, it's men out here who ain't. Seriously, like.
I mean, there probably is some people out here that's not that clean.
Yes.
There's a bunch of people.
Yeah. And I prefer for you to have a scent. You know, a man with a nice cologne collection, baby, will get the, we'll get that action, you know, something later. But
okay, wait, but I have a question about your freak level. Like, what if they aren't as freaky as you, but they would be open to like raising their freak level? Are you okay with that?
I'm good with that. If you're willing to experiment and do different things, you know, cool. And I'm not expecting a person to do everything. You know, I don't do everything. I do a lot, but there's some shit that I ain't gonna do. But within reason, yes. We can build you up. We can upgrade you.
I definitely need to write some shit down, because I feel like mine is, so mine I feel like it's more like, I'm not even gonna go in on myself, but like basic, but I'm like, I feel like I'm adding to my non-negotiables. Like, So like one for me, and it might be silly, but it's for me, like is I want a man who is into sports. So like the reason why I say this is because so I went on a date one time with this dude and it was really sweet. Like the date was cool and everything. And I asked him what like his favorite like football team was. And he told me like that he didn't like sports. Like he doesn't watch sports, like he's not into sports. So like I would say like that's like a big thing for me because I watch football on Sundays. Like I'm into like sports. So like I would say sports is like a non-negotiable. I would say somebody who is like spiritual. Like I don't want somebody who's religious. I don't need somebody that is in church every Sunday, but I do want somebody who like has a relationship with God, has faith. Like that is important, but you don't got to be in the choir and be doing all that other stuff. Like I just need somebody who has some type of relationship.
Yes.
It's taking me back to the LA days.
Oh my God.
Okay, go ahead. Continue.
And I think like one thing that's important is like me being able to be me, like 100% me. Like that's like for sure non-negotiable.
Mm-hmm.
Like my auntie always tells me like the reason, like I think the main reason why her and my uncle work is because like they've been themselves like from the jump. And if I can't be myself around you, like that is gonna be a problem. I remember like, I'm not gonna say who, but this is somebody that's married, none of y'all. But I don't know how we got on this topic, but we were just talking about like being comfortable around your spouse and stuff like that. And she has said like how she won't like fart or like go number 2 in front of her spouse. And she was like, I'll literally like, if I gotta go number 2 and he's in that room, like I'll go into another room. I do not want that. Like I want to be able to like, yeah, like you should be able to like fart.
Sorry. So another room or like a bathroom. Like she won't go number 2 while he in the bathroom because I wouldn't either. Like yeah, I mean, get out the bathroom, but I was gonna say.
So I definitely wouldn't mind. Like I feel like I've done some very like comfortable shit with past exes. So for me, I really wouldn't care taking a shit if my man was in the room or if he was taking a shit and I was in the room. She made it seem like she goes out of the room to a whole nother bathroom in the house just to use the bathroom.
So I'll say, okay. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I got something to say about that. I've been married. Well, I've been married for a minute, but me and Spiffy been together for like almost this our 17th year, I think. And wow. I still do not fart or doo-doo around him. Like for me, it's like a visual thing for me. Like when we're having intercourse and stuff, I don't want him to ever have any kind of thoughts about that. Like I still want him to see me in that clean, that type of light. Because I personally don't want to I don't want to be in a room when he doing that. I don't want to smell that. I don't want to me, that's just nasty. Like that's your own personal thing. Enjoy that. Be comfortable.
I don't feel like it's nasty. I feel like it's your part of life. Like everybody.
I don't feel like it's nasty, but some things you can keep to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I wouldn't I ain't been in a relationship and I wouldn't want to fart in front of somebody. Definitely not take a number 2 in front of somebody. That's one of the things when me and my person get our place together, a house, I want to have separate bathrooms. I want to be able to do what I need to do comfortably on my own time. I don't want to be rushed. I don't want to be hiding back, whatever. I'm definitely down with we need to. And
I guess I can only speak for me because I've been in relationships before where I have been literally 100% so comfortable, done that type of shit. So to me, I feel like if that's my best friend, that's who I'm with, I should be able to do whatever the fuck I want to do around my man. Period.
Yeah, I feel like me and my past lover, we had a rule with that. I can what do you call? I can invade your privacy. I'll put it like that. So if you're in the middle of taking your shit, I would come in there to talk. I've always been that way. I did it with my mom when she was like, "Can you leave?" I'm like, "Well, I want to tell you about my day."
I'm sorry. I can't believe
we're still talking about shit, bro.
The one thing that we had a rule about, if I was in there or whatever, you have to leave when it's time to wipe. That's the personal part. That was our thing. You have to leave.
What has this turned into?
cannot keep running out his doodle pads, bro.
Conversation, just let it go. Just because y'all asses don't do that.
But yeah,
Keep
when
running down this doodle path, bro. We got
wait, I'm gonna go ahead and go by it. But there was one thing that I did not like for him to see, and that was when I would nair. Except one time, like putting on
So
nails.
you would be okay with him in there when you doing number 2 shitting.
Because it's human.
And
It's
it's
humane.
And you cared that some hair is falling off your body?
Yes, because it looks fucking trifling. It ain't sexy. I'm hairy. Bitch.
You think number 2 is sexy doing
He's not saying this shit. It's just a
He's smelling it. He hearing the grunt.
I can't.
Well, okay. Well, let me say,
Leslie, shut up.
I am putting a stop to this shit, bro.
stop to the bathroom topic. Okay, well, everybody got
Okay.
their thing, but like farting, oh yeah, definitely. It was one time when my guy told me that was never mind. But everybody got their thing. I think what India was saying is important to keep some stuff private, sacred, and it's up to you as a person to determine what that is.
You my man for 100 years, and he still ain't gonna smell me fart or shit. Period.
That's totally fine. That is totally your thing.
But y'all do y'all, bro.
Yeah, literally.
All right, would you finish with your 9 to go? Will you finish with your Keisha?
Yes. Shut up, India. Yes, I'm finished. Leslie.
Go ahead, India. You say you want, or do you want me to go?
I want you to go.
Mm-hmm. Okay, because I've been taking notes because I had no idea what I was gonna say. So, confident. You gotta be confident. I've had an experience with like a past boyfriend, and this is like a long time ago, but like it would he literally would get upset with me if I had too much attention on me. Like we would go places, like go to. This is a long time ago. So like a dance or an event, like if people was like, showing me like compliments and stuff, like he would like be upset about that. So definitely confidence because
that remind me of a Shanti video when the shoe was on the red carpet and she was getting all the attention and he let go of her hand.
Yes, with Lorenz Tate, my favorite man.
I want to say,
but like I don't want to be like if I dress up, I like to dress sexy sometimes. Like I would want somebody to be like excited about that rather than like, why you wearing that? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, motivated. Like I do not want no lazy nigga sitting on the couch. You know what I'm saying? Even if he ain't like balling, he might be in a bad space, but he get up every day, trying to make something happen. So motivated, family oriented. That's probably like number 2 under like obviously spiritual, has faith or whatever. Family oriented. I love my family. He got to have a good relationship with his family, get along with mine, etc., etc. Just go with confident. You gotta be I'm a type of person that needs like constant like reassurance. So like gas me up every day, you know what I'm saying, and like make me feel like good about myself or whatever.
But what that look like though? Is it just like a hey beautiful, or what's the gassing up? Like what you need?
Like you the finest thing I didn't see you walking down the street today.
Hey. But you are, bitch.
Okay. And lovey-dovey, be affectionate to me. I like that. Like to do stuff. Like I'm 100% down with just chilling on the couch, caking, but I also want to do stuff like let's go out, experience new things together. I think that's a good thing about having like a partner, like somebody you can always do something with. And then intelligent. You gotta be smart in some kind of like way. No offense, I do not want a dumb nigga. Like you gotta be smart. You gotta be like constantly growing, constantly educating yourself in some kind of way. And then healthy. Like I can't have nobody who like to eat a lot of junk food, go out to eat unhealthy stuff all the time, because I'm gonna follow suit. And then I'm gonna be bigger, So that's bigger than what I want to be. No offense to
I'm definitely adding on the affection piece. Like affection is so important. That definitely
it's so important, and reassurance. Like if you take too long texting back, baby, I'm sorry, I was pumping my gas. I don't know, but
let's not even get into reassurance.
That's mine.
Y'all got some good ones. Well, I mean, I just
took notes on my postcard, my post-it.
I know. I honestly, you can tell that I have never really been outside of my relationship, because I had a totally different thing in mind for this. But y'all completely like now I know what this is.
So say what you
say what was like in mind.
What I had in mind. what I had in mind didn't make sense. I guess I didn't really understand what that meant because I've been with the same person forever. And before that, I was with the same person.
Okay, so what did you think?
So I will say, based on what y'all have said, I'm going to say what is important to me because, so I've been married. My things are, which my man embodies all of this, but like definitely a go-getter. Okay. Like, honestly, like he makes shit happen, period. Like if he ain't working no 9 to 5, which he hasn't in forever, he fucking gonna be a fucking entrepreneur, which he has been forever, like period. Same day he stopped working his 9 to 5, that same day he went out and started his business that he been in forever. So a go-getter, somebody who can balance me out because I'm crazy as fuck. Okay. Yeah. And he definitely balances me out. Super smart. Okay. Is a family man. Okay. He's the best with our kids. Like the things I see just seem unreal out in this world. Men not taking care of their kids are just like having kids all over the place. Like I just don't understand that shit. Just being somebody who takes care of their kids and is loving as fuck. Okay. Somebody who can take care, you know what I mean? Like I'm not a person that asks for things. So just naturally does things on his own. Still 16 years later, like you're gonna buy me a purse, you're gonna take me to dinner, you're gonna take me out on a date, all of those things, like still giving me compliments, that type of shit. So
I'm getting emotional.
Yes. I'm loving watching India glow about this.
You know what? Let me say this because I obviously I haven't known y'all the full 17 years.
You've been knowing him for hellas though.
I've been knowing both of y'all for a long time. And like I even like be saying this and like in passing to people. Like I just said this the other day when y'all uploaded y'all like family pictures. Like I love like just seeing like how y'all like dynamic has like grown and just like y'all like just the new like this new age like family, like you know what I'm saying, like it's not a lot of people, you know, we've seen people growing up and elders and parents, so maybe you know have like a family and like, but that's not very common like these days. And just to see y'all just, you know, I ain't never been married, but I know marriage is hard because I know relationships hard. So like just to see y'all just like continue to like grow and like grow y'all family and just get better and more beautiful. It's like a really amazing and inspiring thing to see.
Yes. And I guess
go ahead.
What are you gonna say? No, what are you gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, that's just all a part of my non-negotiables being like somebody who married. Like, it's important to me to just not give up on each other and like do all the work to fix shit. Because if you're gonna be with somebody forever, bro, after you get married, the plan is forever. And you cannot expect people, even myself or him, like to not make mistakes over 100 years. You know what I'm saying? So like constantly growing and like working through shit, doing what you gotta do to make shit work. Because I feel like that's missing. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's certain shit that's definitely not tolerated, mental, physical abuse, that type of shit. But I feel like a lot of shit you can work through, like, you know, that's what life's about.
And since you like talked about it, like, I guess that kind of goes into like what my next question was, is like, what do you expect from your spouse and what's not allowed, like when you're in a relationship? Which is a good one.
It is good.
And I feel like I'm still trying to
I obviously say the obvious ones that like India say, like mental, physical, emotional abuse. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not never okay. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I think that's the obvious one, or should be the obvious one, I guess. And yeah, I don't know, but I can't like I think I was like meant to like touch on that point too that India said. I think like even when we was talking about our non-negotiables, like at the end of the day, we all human. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? You find somebody you love and they got their non-negotiables and you don't hit all of them, but y'all figure that shit out, work together, come to an equal kind of, hey, I know you want this, but I can't really fully get this, but I can do this. You know what I'm saying? Right. I think it's like we are like humans. We live in a really fucked up era right now too. Like it just, even like seeing like a lot of these, you know, just because I'm seeing in like celebrity couples like breaking up, and I think I just saw like Lisa Bonet and her guy.
That broke my heart.
Like, I love like even their statement, like just saying like it's been a hard time, like just living in a hard time. They basically couldn't get past this hard you know, time and space that we all going through. And I think like I do think that this has like affected a lot of just people in general, but also like relationships. So I think that's always like important to remember.
Yeah, especially like sticking it through, because I feel like in relationships, like you change. Like Indy, you say you've been with somebody, you've been with Spiffy for 17 years. Like we obviously are not the same that we were in high school. We're not the same in our 20s. And even like in your 30s, like I feel like I'm definitely a different person than I am at 34 than I was at 30. So I feel like what I would expect or what I would want is like to stick through like whatever changes you go through. Cause like life is a bitch and shit is up and down. And like you want somebody who's gonna ride for you like no matter what.
Yeah.
I think like that's like the biggest thing, because shit is hard out here.
Yeah, it is.
Hella hard. And I'm sorry, I feel like I keep burping on camera, which is very gross. I was just talking about fart, but I had White Castles earlier.
We haven't heard it.
I haven't heard it.
We haven't heard
it,
it.
but I keep making
cases. Some things are better kept.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, bitch, like nobody even noticed nothing.
This is a gross ass episode. What the fuck is going on here?
It went from being gross to emotional.
Shut the hell up.
Okay, well, I don't know. So next person, what was the question, Keisha?
Like what do you expect from your spouse and what's not allowed?
I really think communication is so important. Like that's something I've learned. Like obviously when I was like 18, I wasn't tripping on no damn communication. I wanted my man to be fine, all of that shit. You know, all the shit Spiffy is. He gonna love this fucking episode, y'all. I'm gonna be like, do Spiffy got a brother? What the fuck? No.
I know he does. I mean, does he? Does he have a brother?
I mean, that would be a surprise.
That would be a huge ass surprise. Really, like no.
I mean, yeah, no, right? Okay.
Yeah, you know better than me. You actually don't know. What am I talking about? You've known him longer.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, I think communication is very important because, like you said, people change and like your needs change. So it's important to communicate that and figure out ways to make this shit happen. And I honestly think that keeps relationships alive. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure each other out.
Yeah.
Things. So you know what I'm saying? Communication is very important. Period. Which is very hard also. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I still find it hard to like say certain stuff or like I'm shy about certain things, but I still find a way to get that shit across. I don't care if I got to send a long ass text message. We're going to get this shit out.
Yeah. I feel like with me it'd be quality time and that's really important because even if you working a whole lot and you providing, that's great, but we got to build with time. Seeing each other as equals, you know, that's important within reason, because I mean, whatever you fall short of, it would be nice for them to pick up, you know, the pieces to that. A non-negotiable, I mean, cheating, obviously, that's another one, you know.
What's not allowed? Like cheating is not allowed.
Yeah, and that just goes with whatever your situation is, whatever you haven't agreed upon, you know, cheating. Trust and honesty. We used to have, me and my ex-lover had a thing where it's like, can we have an honest moment? We should be honest no matter what, but when it's really hard, sometimes it helps to have little mechanisms to help you get through that. But without honesty and without trust, you really ain't got shit but a headache.
Yeah.
I love that you keep using the word lover.
Ex-lover.
How old are you? Man, you be saying some shit. I love it.
my old timey sayings.
You said like something about a bee last time, and I'm just like,
free as a bee. Yeah.
Also, I think another like expectation that I'm seeing from like one of my friends is like, it's to still like date your spouse. Like her and her boyfriend, boo, whatever, they be going on dates every Friday. Like every Friday is like they set day to go on a date, and like if they can't go on Friday, it's like another date. But I feel like that would be important to me, is to still like spend that time or like go out and do stuff, because I feel like when you get in a relationship, sometimes you can become complacent and like just being at home and like chilling, like that's just like what the norm is. So I feel like dating each other and still like doing stuff like would be important to me. Or like something that I would expect from my man.
I would say one of my main things is consideration. Like if you need to, like that's the point of being in a relationship. Like you get into a relationship knowing there's another person involved. You know, I know y'all, you know, necessarily not married, but you know, one becomes two. You got another person in your life that you need to consider, like, and you know, I want to be like, I should be able to be like, yeah, no, he wouldn't do that because he know how that would make me feel. You know what I'm saying? So, or yeah, he gonna do this because he know I like that. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like consideration is really important to me because I feel like I'm a very considerate person. So yeah, and then I think like just going along with like working on each other and stuff is like forgiveness. Like, you know, to a certain extent, obviously, like we all make mistakes. We all, like everybody said, we all y'all points, like we all grow, we change, we have different life experience that has fucked us up. Childhood experience, current experiences, and it's gonna keep like shit gonna keep happening. So I definitely think like we gotta, you know, just be it like again, like we all just human. We gotta be able to forgive each other. If somebody like, you know, genuinely someone didn't do something to you with ill intentions, you know what I'm saying? Like just be able to forgive, you know, and move past.
I think forgiveness is so important, and also not harping on the bad times, which I know is something
that's hard though.
Easy to happen. Like I have done that shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But one thing that's very important to me in relationship, because people do make mistakes, everybody, and not just with cheating shit, but like anything. It could be financial, whatever the case may be. It's important to make sure that y'all working not to make those same mistakes again. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I say forgiveness is very important, especially if you're gonna be with somebody forever. Like you got to think about that. That's your entire lifetime. You get one life. Okay. So like communication, hella important, and also forgiveness, like learning that people make mistakes, and as long as they doing everything in their power to not do that shit again, or whatever the case is, then you know, keep
but
that.
But it's also if they're worth it and you think it's the best for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, after a certain amount of time, you know, you might think, okay, then maybe this ain't my person. Period. Maybe he ain't worth it. You know, we should be at a different level by now. Like, so I think like always consider that shit too.
So like some of the things that we think of like communication, obviously like bad communication is like a red flag. Do you feel like certain red flags can turn into green flags? Like in the beginning, if your communication is off and maybe y'all are communicating on a different way, do you feel like eventually that can change into better communication? Or do you feel like if it's communicating is shitty at the beginning, the communication gonna be shitty throughout the whole relationship? What's y'all thoughts?
For me, I just feel like for me, it changes with age. Like it's certain shit I definitely wasn't doing at 17 that I am doing now. Like I'm a whole new woman. Yeah. But I would say like I'm not stepping into a relationship right now in my 30s, but I would say stepping into a relationship in your 30s is certain shit that shouldn't be happening. Okay. Like we all grown. Red flags should be limited. And you know what I mean? Like, you know, you a grown ass person. Come on now.
My thing, yes, I agree with that. Now that we in our 30s, like you shouldn't have to a certain extent, you should not have to teach somebody how to do certain things, especially if he's a man, you're a woman, and he's pursuing you. You know what I'm saying? I think, and then too, everybody put their best foot forward in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you should. And if you're not doing that in the beginning, like, why? I ain't finna get invested because I already know I'm gonna get my feelings hurt. You know what I'm saying? So like, why I see past that point and you don't know somebody? Like, I don't even fucking know you. Like, I haven't like gotten even to like fall in love. So let me just cut that shit out now. So period.
So what are the red flags, Keisha? What's some red flags, boo?
Honestly, like now where I'm at right now that I'm actually like back dating, I would say like communication is definitely like my biggest red flag. Like I feel like if you are pursuing somebody, and because this is what, we're about to get into it. I feel like if you are pursuing, it's the wine because I'm already almost done with my bottle.
I'm almost done with my bottle, bro.
My bottle's almost done. I feel like from what I've seen with dating, niggas feel like because they took you on one date and they talked on the phone with you for 1 hour, they're like that's enough. And I think like that's what I talked about, like with not wanting the bare minimum. And that's like with relationship friends, anybody, but like I feel like grown men should know how to communicate. And I'm not asking for a fucking write me a goddamn book. I'm just saying, like, communicate. Like, I think just like keeping up with it is something that I've noticed as a red flag. And I would say a red flag that I need to realize too is like, if I feel like something isn't right in my gut, to not like continue on with it. Yeah, with anybody, friends, family, whatever. Like, I think one thing about me is that like I really try to see the good in people. I feel like I'm very forgiving. And I feel like people make mistakes. So like we're all flawed individuals. So like someone can get better. So I feel like I use that. I feel like it backfires on me because I'm like, okay, like they did something that like made me feel bad, but like they said sorry and like they don't like they're a good person at the end of the day. Like that's scratched out. I feel like another like red flag too that I'm working on is like not falling for potential. Like just because you see the potential in somebody, you're like, ooh, he said
too
this.
grown. Like
We are too grown.
No, you
Like,
reached your potential.
You gotta, at this age, you have to reach a certain level. Like, I'm sorry, I know people have different situations that occur that might have held them back, but we grown as fuck, so it's got to be some level that you at.
You got to have active potential. You got to be moving. Okay. You can't just be sitting there like, well, you would be a good no. You need to be on the journey.
We're gonna be 40, baby.
Whoa.
Okay, bitch, we're gonna be 35. We're not gonna be 40.
I'm gonna be 30. What y'all talking about?
I'm just saying, like, I just feel like in your 30s, or where are we at? We mid 30s if we keeping it 100.
We are mid 30s.
Y'all are mid 30s.
What is Tracy?
You 34?
You're 34.
I'm not, and don't put my age out there. I'm the youngest on this call.
It don't mean, but that don't mean you a different number now.
I am.
Literally, we're all the same age, bitch. No. We're all 34.
I'm not 34. Oh God.
No, she's not. She's actually not. I forgot.
You 33?
Yeah.
Nigga, 29.
Let's stop. Okay, listen. Here, I know I'm 34. Okay. I'm saying what I want for my friends. I want y'all to be with somebody that ain't climbing to that. Like, I want them to at least know, I want them to be at their potential for y'all. Y'all deserve that shit. Okay. Y'all are educated, smart, beautiful ass women. Anybody that step into y'all life needs to be at their fucking potential. Okay. They need to be there. They need to be part of what attracted you to that person. Like, damn.
That's true.
Period. Like, y'all not trying to grow these men up. Like, what is going on here?
No, you should be at your potential
now. Like, dating itself, like, shit is different. Like,
because too, like, I'm sorry, like, and even though I've never been on them, so I can't really hate, but I'm sorry, like, I feel like the invention of dating apps has ruined this shit. Like, it's or even I'll just say social media. Like, it's too fucking easy, dog. Like, all you gotta do is like some pictures, do some comments, send a DM, and that's the effort.
Yeah, and that's the reason why some of these men don't know how to act on dates or how to treat a woman, because the women only allow bullshit, and then you get to you, and it's like, who are you with that allows you to not do this or do this,
Yeah, and then
definitely I would say dating apps for sure.
And then you see it, like you don't like, and then it just takes away from like, back in the day you see somebody first, or you've been around them, somebody knows somebody, so you already have even just a slight general sense of who the fuck they are, but you just like, that's why like just meeting somebody like blindly, like you have no idea what their character is.
But I will say that meeting people that people know is not always good either.
It'd
be a little, but I'm
it's a risk either way.
It literally is a risk.
I know. I just got off one of my clients. I've been on vacation. I've been watching TV, and this emails commercial keep popping up. I'm like, is that my client? Anyway, she met her guy on a dating app, and they married doing an emails commercial. You just never know.
That's true. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry. I have a friend.
But I think keep in mind these are exceptions to the rule.
It'd be exceptions, but life would be easier without the dating apps. I feel like it's an opportunity for folks to hide behind that, to kind of reach out to somebody. I
have a question.
I don't think so.
So we know that ain't gonna change. This is where we at. Digital shit. All right. So. I mean, I think that is very hard. Like, I couldn't imagine meeting somebody on a dating app and then going on a date with them. Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, you meet somebody at a club, they look good, whatever the case, that's how y'all meet. I couldn't imagine meeting somebody on a digital dating app, but that's what it is right now. So like, if for you ain't with a digital dating app, how do you meet somebody? Like,
Who is
how
it,
does
for
that
me?
happen nowadays?
You asking
Yeah,
me?
like
I
how
Through people.
I'm like, look, y'all
Period.
already know where I'm coming from. Like, I don't know. Like, I just think, how do you meet? I mean, I still go places, you know what I'm saying? I don't go to the club, but I don't want to meet nobody in the club anyway. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, to me, like, you know, it's either somebody I already know, or God gonna place that person in my life somehow, some way. I really truly believe that. I think God, and like different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
Like
But
God,
I personally
God
have done dating apps. So I've done Tinder, I've done Bumble and Hinge, and obviously I'm not doing dating apps no more because.
But okay, but God,
wait. Let me just say this. Let me just say this though. But yes, different strokes for different folks. I feel like I wanted to do it because like, especially being in a new city, like dating is already hard. And I feel like for me, especially because I do not really put myself out there in general. So like when I started seeing like friends, I'm working with like my coworkers, and like my boss got married off of somebody from Tinder. And then we see like another friend who's engaged and now married off of Tinder, or like somebody else who's like, I think like the success stories like get you all like, ooh, like let me get on there and let me do it. But like let's say, I think it works. Different strokes for different people. I'm glad that I tried it because I feel like I put myself out there, and I think it helped me. I think it helped me in general for me, like just putting myself out there. But
you don't know how many frogs people have gone through. I'm sorry to cut you off.
let me say this. But okay, because I believe in like, you know, shit happens for a reason. But God may know that you're gonna be on a dating app, so He may put your person on the fucking dating app. God know I'm not gonna be on no fucking dating app. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not missing them. So I never am gonna feel like I'm missing the opportunity on meeting the love of my life through a dating app. That is not me. You know what I'm saying? And the person that I want ain't gonna be on no fucking dating app either. Or the person that, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like I just know, like I don't feel, I definitely don't feel like I need to get on a dating app. But I think if somebody is into dating and they open to like meet different people and get to know and in like, you know, into that process, I definitely think obviously
it is definitely interesting and fucking a crazy process. But I agree. I feel like what you said, like different strokes for different folks. Like some people live by it. I personally don't think that I would get back on a dating app. But I mean, you never know. Teach your own.
I personally.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tracy.
No, I mean, I know I don't have a lot of recent dating history, but I personally still like to meet people through people and going out and just doing different shit to meet people, whether that's skiing or skating or whatever the case may be. And I think it's also vital to remember is not, I believe in being pursued, but you can't always just leave it up to the man. If you see something you like, you're going to have to go pull something out of thin air a little bit, you know, and then hope that they may ask you for your number, but you got to put in, you can't just expect for King Charles to come bring you your glass slipper.
In certain situations.
What you mean?
I'm just trying to, I mean, you have to open your expectations.
That's true, but the situations where I've done that have ended up being the worst. Like where I have like maneuvered some shit, like put myself in a position to make them like try and talk to me, like have been okay. And I'm saying this like I've had so many situations because I haven't, but maybe the one, the two like have not.
But that's the thing. Love is trial and error over and over. You can't just have a couple bad experiences and be like, fuck it all. You know, you have to know that it's a challenge, but you got to keep doing it, you know, to see what changes.
Yeah.
You know? Honestly, what is wrong with these men? Like, if I was a man, I would be on y'all hot. Y'all
people definitely be on me hot. Like, that's not getting that. But that don't mean that I want them. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you kidding? Like, they still gotta be somebody. Like, I don't like, like just because somebody a whole bunch of niggas trying to talk to you, like
Yeah.
mean
I mean,
shit.
some of the
niggas trying to talk to a lot of women. I'm sure plenty of women, most women get a lot of fucking hollers. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean nothing.
But I think that also kind of goes into like the whole standard thing, because I think like one thing that, so me and one of my homegirls talked about like in 20.
Me and my homegirls.
We talked about
the 90s.
I know, right? Living single.
I'm just fucking with you.
Living single. Okay. We talked about what, like, not necessarily lowering our standards, but like dating outside of like what we normally would. And I feel like I did that in 2021, and I'm going back to what my standards was. Like,
Okay.
I feel like I tried it, and I realized like I understand why I have the standards that I have and what I want to date. And I don't think that it's anything wrong with having high standards, to be honest. Like, you want what you want, you like what you like. And
and like, you know, but your standards are like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like he gotta only wear Louboutins. You know what I'm saying? He gotta be 6'7". You know, he gotta have wavy hair.
Now her height situation.
Now she is very particular. Let's not give her that much.
She's very particular, but the height.
I definitely do want somebody that's over 6 foot. I'm just saying.
How you gonna be 5'2" and require?
I'm actually 5 foot. I'm 5 foot, and yes, I do want somebody that is 6 foot.
I mean, it's your standards, baby. If you want a tree, you get you a tree.
Okay. All right. What's next, man? What's next? What's going on?
Okay. So like, let's get off of dating and let's kind of talk about like friends. So like, what are the most important qualities to you as a friend? And do you feel like in our 30s or in your adulthood, it's like it's harder to make friends?
No, I like people. I'm actually, that's something I recently learned. I used to hate motherfuckers, but I enjoy people's what makes people work and tick and stuff like that. I'm picky. I'm very picky. Was the question done, or did I just jump in there?
No, keep going.
Okay. I'm picky with who I allow around my circle, because my friends and my family I cherish very dearly to my heart. So I'm careful who I bring around my people. But I will say this, and I don't know if this will ever change about me. I don't like mixing friends. Depending on the situation, mixing friends makes me a little nervous. I've had situations go a little strange. Yeah. But I like to make friends. It just depends on the situation. But the way life is, like when you were a kid, you met friends in school. You know, when you get older, you met people in college and then going to work. But now that so many people are working from home, that pool has closed in a lot.
I will say I ain't looking for no friends. I mean, if it happened naturally, a lot of times I'll meet new friends through work. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't out here looking for friends, because I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I be in some weird situations where I be thinking people cool and they be like on some weird shit with my man. I be like, what you looking? You know what I mean? Like me and Sissy be like, what is up with this chick? You know? So I will say I'm gonna stick with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like this, like if I do make a new friend, it's usually through work. And it would be amazing if I did make a new friend, but I'm definitely not looking. I just really don't trust a lot of women. Yeah. I have a lot of family. I mess with my family. I mess with y'all, and that's about it. I do not trust women like that, period. Like,
so what if you weren't in St. Louis? Like, what if you were in a new city? Do you feel like you would?
I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be. If I'm in a new city, my whole like the only way I'm going to move is if I can literally uproot my mother.
I know, bitch. When I was giving you a hypothetical.
Hypothetically, sure, maybe, but I'm gonna be moving with my husband. And how does that, like, okay, maybe they married too. I don't know. I just know I have been in some very strange situations where I think somebody cool and they not. And I ain't with, like, I don't want to be fighting nobody in my 30s. So I love y'all. Okay, I'm cool with that. And I have the women, and I have a lot of female family members. My mama, my ride or die. My sister, my ride or die. That's all I need. Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like again, like I think it's that I honestly feel like I can make friends with like a fucking rock. So it's not easy for me to make new friends, and I'm all for like making new friends. Like I'm like big on I'm not necessarily big on that, but like I don't mind. Like I'm okay with like starting over a new friendship and like somebody that I met out here, you know, it's like I would consider like I feel like I have one person out here that I would consider a friend that I met since I moved out here, just because like of how close like we've grown and just the shit that we've been through. So I don't really mind meeting friends.
And you're good at you are very good at keeping connections open. I would say like you are good at making friends and you are good at staying connected. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been knowing you since 3rd grade. Okay.
Actually, you always get the year wrong, bitch. It's 4th grade.
Oh, my bad. We actually started off fighting though, remember?
We did. We started off fighting, but look at us now going to podcast together.
But
now, nigga, we made it.
Okay.
Right.
I think it's good. Like, I feel like it's good. You move around a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that's important. You make good connections, different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like with doing hair, I am really particular with that line. There's not a lot of people that I've taken from the chair to being my friend because, like I said, I value that line. But one thing with making new friends is that you expose yourself to new opportunities, to new walks of life, to new exposure on a ladder you may be trying to get up, you know. No offense, I love my people that I know and care about and everything, but once you know the ins and out of a person, yeah, your friends can help uplift you and stuff, but when you meet new people, you just don't know what avenues open up for you, you know?
I think that's a different. Okay. I think friends and like, you know,
I mean, networking,
work, but that's it. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm gonna go now, guys.
Okay, go, girl.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Indy was about to say like what I say. Like I don't take the friend word lightly at all. Like I ain't calling everybody my friend. Mm-hmm. So am I open to making new friends? Yes. Am I going? Is that something I'm like go out with the intentions to do, or I have intentions to make new friends? No, definitely associates. Like, you know, people I meet along. You know, I meet a lot of people. You know, doing different things. So yeah, like associates. But I'm really like, I think I have a core group of women friends. I'm very close to that. I have like, it has honestly taken a lot to even build up to me being like honest about like certain situations and experience I have, or because I'm like, you know, in general, a very private person. So I don't really want to, you know, it would take a lot for me to get to a level with that level with someone else. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I'm definitely open to meet new people, peers, associates, things like that. But it would be very I feel like would be more, it's a more like, I don't know, a strong word to me. So yeah. But I think I think that it is important to always be open to it. Like
people, like that said, like you could meet somebody that you know now that could be closer to you than what you were like somebody that you knew
for sure,
like that.
Definitely.
But yeah, well, okay, so to wrap it up and we're gonna stay on standards. In your since we are in our mid-30s, Tracy, I'm
embracing that shit because we look good as fuck.
You are in your mid-30s, bitch.
I do look good to be.
He's tired of y'all saying that, y'all.
You in your mid-30s. Anyways, since we are in our mid-30s, do you feel like, or not do you feel like, but how has your standards changed? And what's important to you now that wasn't important to you maybe in your 20s?
Standards for relationships, friends, family.
Yeah, whatever you want to think of, whatever you want to relate it to.
I feel like when I was 24, I thought I knew myself, but now, like, I feel like I confidently know myself and who I am. So you're asking about how have our standards changed from 20s to now?
Yes.
They've gotten more serious, I guess. You know, some stuff was shallow back then, like when Indy was saying, like, oh, you gotta be fine. Yeah, but nigga, do you have insurance? You got, you know. I feel like knowing yourself better and being able to reflect on that is important, to know what your worth is. You know, one of my favorite quotes is know your worth and then add text, you know. one thing that changed about me would be knowing my body. As far as like relationship stuff is concerned, like when I was in my 20s, you know, I was just fucking to get one off, have a little fun, blah, blah, blah. But now I know that I need an orgasm and I deserve an orgasm. So when I'm fucking, that's a goal of mine, you know, or I know that I like to go out on dates and have fun, and I need somebody that's spontaneous like me. You know, as you grow with yourself, you learn yourself, and it's just certain things you shouldn't accept. You know, so you should have some type of standard. Don't just be out here like, yes, anyone take me. You know, you gotta know yourself in order to better yourself.
Girl, you a trill bitch.
Keep it trill.
Thank you. So
I definitely think my standards have, I would say are similar, but have like matured. I still feel like certain things are still important to me in terms of like being attracted to somebody, how they dress, India.
Those have changed.
Dirty Tim's, them Dirty Tim story will never ever go away. I mean, I feel like this podcast is talking about whatever we want to talk about.
What you want to do?
Thank you. Let me be me. I feel like obviously like appearance is still like important to me in terms of like what I'm attracted to. I don't know. I feel like my standards, like I said, have matured more.
Okay, shit, let me go. Cause y'all talking about my mature girl. My standards were so fucking low, dog. Oh my God, please have my change of stand. Well, I'm kind of tipsy. Have my standards changed? Yes. Like I didn't have no fucking standards. None. The shit like I used to accept and let go down when I was a youngin'. Like, oh my God, like somebody should have fucking slapped me. So 100%. When we talking about, we can say this or another fucking topic, but when we talk about non-negotiables like emotional, physical, and mental abuse, that you know what I'm saying? That right now I'm saying hell no, but back then, you know what I'm saying? Like, not even realizing what that shit was, or to like what or how, like I don't know, like that shit was really happening, or like thinking about it in that way. Like, so 100%. My standards have changed. And then I think Tracy hit on this, but like my standards have changed just for myself. So I think that just gonna automatically flow over to, you know, your standard for somebody else. So that's all I got to say about that.
I just feel like our standards should be our standards, and whatever we want, we should get, and we shouldn't settle at the end of the motherfucking day. Cause like India said, we some bad bitches.
Facts.
We need to embrace our bad bitchness. And I feel like anybody would be lucky to be with us. Period.
That's all I'm saying. I just don't get it. I mean, y'all the baddest bitches to me. I mean, I don't understand. Anyway, I would say my standards are there. Like anybody who went to high school with me know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like my standards are very shallow, mental, physical abuse, period. Everybody know. But I feel like literally several months later when I met my current husband, like I stepped into this relationship like headstrong because I'm like, I'm never letting that shit happen to me again. But I didn't have to be, because Spiffy is like the complete opposite of what I went through. So I feel kind of bad how headstrong I came in. And honestly, he's like literally up until like right before we got married, he was still breaking those walls down. Like I'm still trying to be more vulnerable, but like I'm super headstrong because of what I went through, you know, in those other years. But like definitely, I mean, I feel like my standards are constantly
changing,
growing. You know what I'm saying? And it works out. So.
Yeah. I definitely think that's a topic for another.
Yes, I'm writing down the topic.
Good topic. Traumas is a bomb ass topic.
I'm talking about how have past traumas or situations affected your relationships today?
Bruh, it could be 20 years later, you still dealing with
it. It could be shit from when you was a child. That's
okay. Who was I just talking to? I was just talking to you about this, Keisha. We were just talking about this. Like, okay, but let's say that, y'all. Let's say that. Let's table.
We will say that.
I want to say one more thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, India tapped on this. So I know when you first meet somebody, you're getting to learn them and things like that. But men, hear me roar. Y'all have got to work on being a little bit more vulnerable. Sometimes getting vulnerability out of men is like pulling fucking teeth out. Like,
girl, it is the worst. It is the worst.
Sharing is caring. Like straight up. Yeah.
And I would say too, that's definitely true, but like this could also be like a whole nother topic. Like what I'm trying to realize in my adult years is like love languages are really important. And like loving your spouse and their love language is important. Because I know that you had touched on like quality time, but like for some people, quality time might not be the top of their love language. Like acts of service might be something that they care more about. But like again, we can say that topic for another day because I could really go in on that shit.
Yes. Yeah.
I think all the languages are my love language.
Really? I don't think so. Like my top two are words of affirmation and quality time. Like acts of service and all that shit is like way at the bottom. Like I care more about spending like actual quality time with you than like you give me a gift.
Listen, y'all soulmate could be being born right now. I just read that P. Diddy is 50 and freaking Carisha is 27. Y'all soulmate could be being born.
Our children?
P. Diddy.
Oh, we gonna be dating somebody, bitch. Shut up,
girl. P. Diddy ain't nobody or relationship goals. Okay, let's start there. No.
What is wrong?
Sorry, Puff Daddy. Sorry, Puffy.
Yes.
Now y'all tell me if Puff Daddy was like, I want to take you on a date, y'all be like, nah, I'm good.
Yes.
Okay, Cassie.
Where we going?
Yes.
I mean, it's P. Diddy, so I'm just saying. All right. Well, that's it for our episode 2 of Blended POV.
Hey,
that was good. I love this topic.
All right, y'all. So thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.
Hope you enjoyed this combo. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Blended POV. If you have any questions or whatever, or you know, we might start doing some little interviews. You got some things you want to talk about, some things you want us to talk about. Send us a DM. Drop us an email at blendedpov@gmail.com.
Hey.
Like and comment and share. And we'll see y'all next week.
Period. Cool.
Hey.
Yeah, we'll see y'all next week.
Period. Cool.